What's up, family? This is Alex back at you with we, you and me. We are the change. We all are the change that we really want to see in the world. Remember that. I just wanted to come out here and say that I love you. And I don't know where you live at, but like where I'm at right now, the sun, oh my gosh, whenever the sun is out, it is so gorgeous. My mood is just right from the get-go. It's like I always it's a natural routine now to wake up in gratitude and wake up. I don't meditate every day, every morning, but I'm getting better at it. But I do go, like, if I don't meditate, I'll go for a bike ride. And I love doing it so early in the morning because there's nobody out but just me, nature, and God. It's so beautiful. On my phone, if you were to get my phone and look at it, you would see nothing but photos of the sky, birds, screenshots of, that's one bad, I don't want to say it's bad, but a little too much. Screenshots of like quotes or just something I like on YouTube. What I was trying to say is like I watch a little too much YouTube, but I recognize it, and that's one of the first steps to healing. But yeah, I've always had some sort of I feel like most people in general have an addiction to something, whether it be drugs, alcohol, sex, food, gambling. It's something, and that's a big part of. Like I said, I could talk all day long like about different things, but I don't want to jump to so many different topics. But yeah, most people are addicted. Can you sit down right now and just be still? A lot of you would probably be like, yeah, I can. But can you actually sit down, be still, and not think of anything? No, you can't turn the brain off. You can sit there and focus on like your breathing, or really focus on a specific thing, but it's not easy just to sit and be still. And you know why? Or a big reason why is because we were never shown these things. We were never taught to calm down, relax. We were never taught how to control the emotions, never taught how to we were never taught in school, and our parents weren't taught these things either, or most of us at least, how our mind, the things we think, the things we say. There's Hugo back there. Hugo and Nico. That one's way bigger. But the things we think, the things we say really do shape our reality. And I know this first. I wholeheartedly believe this because I used to be an overthinker about a lot of stuff. I always used to look for validation in others. I used to think I had a really weak will. I was a smoker. This is going on 3 years. Pat on my back, and I am truly proud of myself for that, because that was one of the hardest things for me. And I truly for a long time I didn't think I was gonna be able to stop. But yeah, it's been about 3 years. Coming up in September will be 3 years with no cigarettes. Alcohol had a bad grip on me from when I started drinking at a young age. I'll give you my testimony at some point, but I started drinking at a young age, and that was like the first real prayer that I prayed in rehab, because I don't know if it was like after a meeting one time, like a group meeting where there's other guys in there, and where I just had a light bulb moment. Not even a light bulb moment, but I had a lot of time to think when I was in there. And I remember distinctly sitting or laying in my bed at night and praying. But before the prayer, I was thinking of like, I really need to stop drinking. I don't when you're clean, you think more straight, right? And I was doing a lot of not just drugs, not just alcohol, but I was dabbling in drugs, and it was really mainly alcohol and weed, but I would dabble with other stuff too. But like while I was in there, it was like it was scary to think of, man, bro, you could wake up in the morning for one, you'll be lucky if you do wake up, but if you continue doing this, there's a very good chance that you're gonna wake up in jail or not wake up. Or, and I started thinking of all the bad things that could happen from, because at that point in my drinking, I was drinking so much, and to the point, like, every time I drank was only to get drunk. I would chug different, whatever, it was like hard liquor. I didn't even like beer at that time because I just wanted to get drunk, and beer took too long to get me drunk. So I would be taking my mom's wine, my dad's like liquor that he had. Neither one of them were drinkers either, but they had it in the cabinets and stuff. But I remember, like, when I got bad with it, I would take my dad's liquor that he had for years and years, just sitting up there. You could tell he didn't drink. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, and this is like the addictive mindset. Like, all right, if I take this, he's gonna see, because he's gonna notice it's gone, and it's only me and my sisters that are here, so he's gonna ask them, and it's gonna come down. He's gonna know right away it was me. So what I did was I drank. In the beginning, I drank some of it, and I filled it up with water. So it just bought me time. But eventually, he came home, and that thing was gone. And I was drinking watered down liquor. But back to what I was saying. I feel like we all really do have addictions because we were never taught about the mind and the emotions and how things, and how important, like, I know I'm jumping around, but how important it is to really help the youth, teach the youth at a young age. And I'm talking from that 0 to 6 years old. And it's really, that's why parenting is so important. Like, knowing, being your best self, because the kids, you think like, okay, they're not going to hear, or I just won't say this around them, or I'll watch what I say. Yeah, that's good that you should watch what you say around kids, but more than that, it's you changing your behavior. Be the best that you can be in all ways, because that child is going to watch you, and it's going to pick up what you do. And that's a big, like, even when they're very, very young, not even a year old, people think, oh, they can't talk, they can't hear. Trust me, they can. They might not understand the language right now, but they feel so much. And that's why you hear people say, like, even with pregnant women, like, don't be around a lot of stressful situations. That goes for everybody, because you're gonna pick it up, you're gonna feel it. But for, like, the pregnant women, they tell you, like, don't be around a lot of stress, take care of yourself, all that kind of stuff, because it can have impact on the baby. If it's impacting you, you're the mother. If it's impacting you and you are carrying something inside of you, another life, you don't think it's going to affect them? That's all I'm saying. But learning to realize, like, or starting to realize that we all have this feeling of, like, I need. Okay, if I'm not on my phone right now, right? Put my phone down, and I'm not trying to meditate. At least for me, and I know I'm a little ADD. I'll feel like, okay, what's next? What do I do now? So if I'm not working, I'll be doing, like, a video game. But video games I don't even want to play anymore. Planting. I've been doing a lot of gardening, planting. I've been outside a lot. But it's like, what I'm trying to say is, like, we always feel like we have to be doing something. Maybe, I feel like really almost everybody is this way. It's just certain people are way more, and they dip into, like, doing a lot of stuff, like really needing a lot of stuff, and then others will be satisfied with, just going to work, but then when they come home, they'll watch their little movie, and, they eat their food. What I'm trying to say is, it's not easy to just be. And that's really what we need to do right now, is just to be. Just be happy. Be still. Be calm. Be grateful. And don't believe. Know that God has got your back. If you are being 100% authentic, You are working towards being your greatest self. You're working on healing inner wounds, childhood wounds. And if you don't know how to figure that out, I'll show you. There's a lot of ways of learning too. There's a lot of videos out there. But if you're doing that right now, trust me, that's all you really need to do right now, at least right now. Yeah, I know it's I'm not saying to quit your job or do any of that kind of stuff, even though I know God has your back. The part where it's hard is because when we, and I'm going to use this as an example. If you quit your job, right, just out of nowhere, or you want to quit your job, but you're like, as soon as you're like, I know this place is not right anymore. It's not serving me. I moved past it, yada, yada. You're like, I want to do this. And then the next thought that comes in is, but if I leave, then what about this? And then you start thinking of all those things of like the what ifs, or so like you already set your mind to, okay, I don't want to do this. I don't like this. It's not, I don't like what's happening anymore over there. I've outgrown this place, right? Fine, perfect. That means you are realizing, that's your intuition telling you. That's God telling you, yeah, you've already moved on. The hard part is to listen to that voice, or to be able to distinguish that inner voice that is actually God and not you. Because there's voice that the voice in your head is you, but it's also God. And then there's intrusive thoughts, but that's a whole different topic. But just remember, I lost my train of thought again. I'm gonna get better at making videos. Trust me, I'm good at speaking, and I can say some things, but right now I'm just trying to make a chill video. So just remember that, like, I don't even know what I was saying a minute ago. I know it had to do with authenticity and how it's very hard to just be. It was hard to be, but just be still. Don't worry about things. But once you realize, like, God truly has your back, that's what I was saying about my job, and I'm using that as an example. You want to leave this job, right? And then you start thinking of all the little things of like, oh, but what about this? What about that? You already it's not gonna work out the way you want it to, because you put it into motion as, okay, you're telling yourself and God, this is no longer serving me and fitting me. And God is saying, you're right. You're correct. This is no longer serving you. What do you want? What do you see? What do you, what is it that you truly want to do? That's where you keep going. And you could say, okay, to yourself, this is what I truly want to do. These are the people I want to be around. Don't focus on, after you say something like that, don't go right to the next thing. Well, I shouldn't say don't go to, because your mind will. It's going to tell you, but what about your car payments? What about your insurance? What happens if you leave like this, if you leave this place that's hurting you, it doesn't serve you anymore. You're not gonna have enough money, or what are you gonna do about that? All that type of stuff is what I'm trying to say. No. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not telling people to just up and leave their jobs. But you gotta really understand that faith, that's what faith is. That's what faith is, believing that God has you no matter what. No matter what. And I have that belief. I truly, truly do. Like I said, I think I said it in this video, I don't even truly believe it anymore. It's a knowing. I turned that belief into a knowing. And now I'm going to turn the belief of, I know I manifest. I know I'm a master manifester. But like I was just saying, certain things, like I'll speak things into existence. But if I'm speaking certain things, I'll speak about. It's the bigger ones that people have problems with, because as soon as we say what we want, our old self is just like, no, it's that lack, that lack mindset comes in. And the mindset, or the devil, coming in and telling you, oh, but you're gonna need this, and this, to shut down that that manifestation that you were sending out. And that's more than likely it's gonna happen when you do stuff like that. The key is to just recognize it. Once you hear that other voice that's saying, no, not this, no, not that, fearful voice, just recognize it and be like, you know what? I don't know, that's not me. That's not me anymore. I give it to you because I know you got my back. Do that. Trust. Be authentic. Be grateful. Help people when you can. I love you so very much. I promise in my next videos, I will set it up better. I'll have this posted up so it's not bouncing around. And I'll actually have a topic and I'll go off of that, because this one I just kind of turned it on and just started speaking. But just know I really do love you all. I truly, truly do. And you might not think this, but I do know you and you know me. Peace.